Hello, and welcome to Wrestling with Poetry, Kalamazoo, Michigan's premier wrestling and poetry podcast. My name is Ish Klein. Today we're going to hear two works from poet Paul Vogel, which feature sound collages by Ryan Bell. And we're going to get some advice from Awesome Kong and Lita, two fabulous professional wrestlers. Paul Vogel is a poet from Milwaukee. With Sam Helgeson and sometimes others, he edits the poetry website trilobite.bond. His chapbooks include The Clock Tower, Associate Adjunct Press, 2023, Art Museum, Associate Adjunct Press, 2022, Ecology Center, Associate Adjunct Press, 2021, and Invisible Cities, Adjunct Press, 2015.
Thank you, Ish. Ecology Center. Hear the soft mewl of field mice, the wraparound sound of insects sipping nectar. As surface inversion recedes, visitors may observe dramatic Arcus formations, rolling bands of fog. Let it permeate the skin. Smell the aged spoils of the old yard drifting through the foliage, rimming the tamarack marsh. Air-cooled droplets germinate vectors of umacetes alongside a leafy spurge of monocots sprouting upward into clover-like sour grass. Mosses swarm populous beneath the tufted trees, dark columns of bulbous trunks known for their extensive root structures. Ease into backcountry solitude. Tucked behind bushes of quackgrass, inaccessible to tampering, incandescent light bulbs illuminate the winding wood-chipped trails groomed for evening strolls. Spot the occasional chipmunk out and about, nibbling on shrubs or nestling amongst perennials. Remain mindful of deer flies. A muffled stream gurgles through the cold earth, past a reconstructed sawmill, powered by an overshot wheel, where blissful otters juggle rocks or gently nod. Round the rearing pond, underwater viewing windows frame three turtles, Skittles, Snickers, and Sassafras, out for a dip. Walleye move to deeper waters, viroids reproduce. Later, an orchestra of cicadas. A white lone rabbit, rooted stoically, telescoping ears erect, sits beneath a raised boardwalk with viewing platforms and spin browser kiosks, watching the crew at work in their rotating spawn boxes. Take kids behind the scenes to inspire STEM curiosity. Hear the high-pitched clang of distant horseshoe, the joyful cry of family timber sport. Mixed hardwood and jalapeno hot dogs fill the air with an easy North End vibe. Groove and grind to harmonized eco-acoustics. Set amidst acres of restored tallgrass prairie is the Visitor Center, featuring a museum of uncommon items, bird plumes, antique decoys, fossilized labia. The entrance features a heroic-sized replica of the great aquapit schooner Waterfowl Experience, retaining her original craftsman character with rough-hewn mortise and tenon structural beams. Sip some wine, throw a few axes, and raise a skewer to tasty on our solar power patio brought to you by Truffle Hog. For those feeling more adventurous, don spiked shoes and grease your legs with lard before riding these basswood conifers slathered in balsam pitch and chewed tobacco. Sample a variety of hot drinks brewed from coastal fortune swale or common chickweed for basic bitches. Hear John Cady read his work aloud as you take on our house flapjacks with molasses, a challenge of honor. Take selfies with a Hagau-faced vixens outside Club X-Ray or cut a rug at the ejaculating pig. Tonight's theme is Dancing with a Stranger. After the nightly pony parade, explore the night sky on a spooky elven pub trot around the colonial yard. Stick around for the Bradley Family Laser Show. Life-sized metal penguins patrol the north yard, guarding its tantalizing fruit. Mirrored, irregularly faceted stones defy Euclidean geometry. Join our hooded docents in a goblin song to willows this Armed Forces Day before climbing into the hidden world of birdhouses. Spot the portly nematodes in our well-lit recycling area, bathing in their own tannins. Don't forget to check your dog for heartworms outside the shower building next to the RV dump station. A transparent wall, ionically charged, frames the beach vista. South of the foot dunes just beyond the flaming cliffs, wood ash falls onto slime nets, spawning large vortices of steam. Monolithic rock formations inhabit the moment geologically. Hound of ill omen, skeletal horse, toad enlarged by demonic baptism. A solitary wave over the spine of the peninsula brings an annulus of spray. Art Museum. Beneath a full moon, the museum resembles a bird of prey. Its wings form a movable plasma lamp, armed with sonic ascendancy cannons. Sensors on the fins monitor wind speed and direction. A pedestrian suspension bridge connects to an entrance hall of flying buttresses, pointed arches, and ribbed vaults. Down below, a group of cyclists sorted by age, sex, and basket size ride by in their underwear, celebrating the Lunar Mortis, sponsored by the Church of Khonshu. Beneath the museum stands the greatest sculpture in the city, the unnamed general and his unnamed horse, both lost in the great jalapeno fire. Balancing formal acuity with evocative content, it unites the populace and projects shared values. A noxious gas is released, and the midnight crowd enters the exhibit in an orderly fashion, watched over by muscular docents armed with thermal handguns. Slam circuits vibrate through wind-swept corridors of speaking walls covered in hermetic runes and biomechanical tubes. The first image displays in crystalline detail the pregnant uterus of a new forest pony. The second image shows a small group of squirrels tussling over a pine cone full of nuts. Copper flashing and sheet metal paneling manipulate the plane of focus towards the view looking west, showing the ring of flames mounted on variable geometry pylons. A glass wall surrounds the courtyard. In the center, submerged in blue liquid, is what appears to be a baby's arm holding an apple. The Museum Cafe offers an ever-changing menu of contemporary cuisine inspired by the feature exhibition, Nature and the American Vision, appropriate for appetites both hearty and petite. A holographic menu appears at each table. For dining al fresco, service extends to the terrace, offering a view of the great aqua pit. Hand railings protect visitors from injury. A healthy selection of beers and imported whiskeys enlivens the performance of traditional Irish music. Sample a tray of Wyoega cheese. Visiting artists promote updated cultural hierarchies while keeping patrons busy with trivia. Today's special treat is Smart Fescue, a rare breed of sentient plant life renowned among city botanists and grown using the cage system. An interactive hydrologic touch tank contains lake sturgeon and stingrays, as well as captive orcas festooned with ornamental starfish. Head-mounted goggles, haptic suits, and omnidirectional treadmills offer visitors multi-dimensional telepresence immersion. Underlying algorithms are preserved as consciousness is carried across to new platforms, collaborating with viral systems to enhance glow flow personalization. An assembly of dilithium crystals form the walls of the intermixed chamber. Last is the inclusive gift shop. Store assistants present each visitor with an individualized commemorative stone. Popular gift items include Kandinsky wallets with magnetic money clips, Larry's Salt and Orange's On Fire tea, and Frank Lloyd Wright leather checklets, which come in two styles, classic and grand. Make sure to ask about the membership discount.
Thank you, Paul and Ryan. Beautiful and wild work. Well, what advice do the pros give to women who want to break into pro wrestling? Now, the first person who gave their advice is a wrestler called Awesome Kong. She says, 1. Respect goes a long way. 2. Stay humble. 3. Be professional. 4. Be on time. 5. Remember, you can never be who you want to be by remaining who you are. 6, she says, work your plan. And 7, plan your work and work your plan. I'm going to interject here that the source of this information is Comrade Thompson's Starcast, where he interviews Awesome Kong and Lita. It's on YouTube. Lita's advice is, everyone you watch wrestling, study them like it's schoolwork. She says, mouth closed and ears open. She says, ask the right question to people who can help you. People who can help you. People who can help you. Question. Speaking of questions, got a question about wrestling or poetry? Drop us a line here at wrestlingwithpoetry@gmail.com. I will feature it on the show and answer it to the best of my ability. Events. Open mic at Satellite Record this Thursday, December 7th at 5:30 p.m. This will be at 808 South Westnedge Avenue, and that will be in Kalamazoo, Michigan. It's a free event. Additionally, there is another open mic a little later that same evening. It's hosted by Layback Easy, and it is to be located at the Dormouse Theater, 1030 Portage Street. That's in Kalamazoo. No local wrestling in the near future, according to my sources. I'm sorry. Well, thank you for listening to Wrestling with Poetry. I hope you have a wonderful week.